Almost 125 years ago, a small group of German Catholic immigrants saw the need for a church of their own on the waterfront in Hoboken. In 1889, they built that first small church. By 1929, the congregation outgrew that church and they built the present Church of Saints Peter and Paul. Fast forward to 2012, we look around and see our congregation growing and expanding, and we're faced with the need for more meeting space and prayer space.
The parish, like all of the parishes in Hoboken, is really old, and so there was not an understanding of gathering of community. People came for Mass, they prayed, and they went home. Now with committees and groups and organizations, we need some meeting spaces for people to come, to plan, to advance the mission of the parish.
We love coming to St. Peter and Paul because they are so welcoming to us and our kids and our family, and we want to come here as a family. It's nice to go to the children's Mass, however, it's not always easy, especially when the kids are really young, for them to stay focused in the pews, and it's harder for Mom and Dad to stay focused as well because we're always focused on what they're doing.
Some time ago, the staff and pastor realized that we needed to create a prayer space that was child-friendly and that could serve other groups in the parish. And so the idea of building a family chapel was presented.
Inspiration for the project was a great visit to Warsaw, Poland, a visit to the shrine of Blessed Jerzy Popieluszki. Children in the town came together to design it, to paint it, to organize it. And so it's a gathering space now for families and their children to come to learn about the Lord. In Hoboken, we have really many children as well, and we need a space where children can learn about God on their own terms, in their own way, in a place that's conducive for them.
Our church was actually built with two chapels. The upper church and the lower church was a fully functioning space that was used on a weekly basis for Mass. It occupies the same space as our current church does, and basically the same layout. It was also used for many of the school liturgies for the children. Here you see the proposed layout, with the chapel area on the left and waterfront hall to the right. With creative vision, this area can be transformed into a simple, beautiful, child-friendly area for prayer and learning, which will also benefit many other groups in the parish. It will feature air conditioning, flexible seating, multimedia capabilities, perhaps even artwork designed by our children.
Having a worship space on the same level as other meeting space can be very family friendly for us at St. Peter and Paul. It will help us to, if we have parish events where we need childcare, we can have that as a special childcare area while the adults are actually in the other room. It also is helpful for Sundays if we have prayer services or masses in that area. It's a natural spillover into the larger communal setting.
The greater Hoboken community will benefit from the space because even in our town, there are very limited gathering places. So civic groups, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, people who need gathering spaces for families, it will be a place where many people can use, even those that don't belong to the parish.
Just as the parishioners who built St. Peter and Paul have provided us with a legacy, so we too can provide the generations who follow us with a legacy built upon love and faith.